Nothing I've shared with you is nothing that you don't already know as it relates to harassment. What are some examples of harassment?
Bullying.
Bullying, okay, that's really now in the forefront. What are some other forms of harassment?
Inappropriate jokes, say based on someone, again, something that's based on race, color, religion, sex, any of the orientation, any of those things.
So jokes.
But inappropriate. Humor is good in a workplace, but not when it's inappropriate.
Not when it's inappropriate. Okay, thank you, Lynn. What else?
Not when it's at someone else's expense.
Yeah, not when it's at someone else's expense, someone making that person feel bad or uncomfortable or sad in any way.
Inappropriate touching or body contact with someone.
Inappropriate touching. Any form of contact that the person is not receiving well, don't like. Let me share with you some examples of harassment. Again, as Lynn mentioned in my notes, humor that offends another person, slurs or negative stereotypes, inappropriate slurs, intimidating or threatening a person, inappropriate jokes, and circling around the workplace, any materials that a person finds inappropriate, sharing with someone where they can find inappropriate materials or sayings. So these are some examples of harassment. Again, you may or may not know this, but again, it's here for awareness, education, and taking and applying what you're learning today as far as earlier diversity and now harassment. Other harassment conduct includes, again, words. We know words are damaging. Once you put it out in the universe, can you get it back? No. You can woulda, coulda, shoulda all day. Emails, the internet, gossiping about someone. And you know, sometimes you want to get that good, juicy gossip, like, oh my gosh, tell me, no, I don't want to know. Please tell me, no, I don't want to know. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. It's easier said than done. Because we've all been guilty of it, am I right? Come on, raise our hands. We've been guilty of sometimes listening, sometimes engaging in inappropriate, jokes or behavior or making someone feel bad but not really realizing that. Let's talk about sexual harassment. What do you know about sexual harassment? What is your understanding of what sexual harassment is? The definition is right there on the just getting you to talk a little bit more.
Well, as I said earlier, it's advances that make the other person feel uncomfortable, or even if it's not advances that make them feel uncomfortable, there isn't a level of inappropriateness that people hopefully should understand in the workplace. Physical contact that would be unwelcome, physical contact that might be deemed sexual, whether it's between colleagues or whether it's between subordinates and those who might be in management, especially when the person who is a subordinate might feel that if they do not respond favorably, then their career or pay might be in jeopardy.
I'll share a story with you. Years ago, about 20 years ago, I used to work for Sprint as a corporate trainer, and I traveled extensively. And there's another trainer colleague, and his name, I'll just say Tom. And all the other trainers, female, we knew that Tom was Tom. Tom was being Tom. Tom would say things. Oh, Tom was just being Tom. Tom would literally call my hotel room. What are you doing? oh, I'm not ready to, go down for the evening. Why don't you come down to the bar? What room are you in? Tom, really? No, I'm not coming down to the bar. No, I'm not going to tell you what room I'm in. Repeatedly, So, was he making me feel a certain way?
Uncomfortable.
Yes. And what I have realized, my colleagues, including myself, we didn't really like his advances. We just kind of blew, if you would, Tom off. Tom was just being Tom. Did Tom call you? Yeah, he called me too. Right? We do anything about it? No, but we discussed it amongst ourselves. And we just, oh, Tom's just being Tom. What should I have done? Should I have done anything?
You should have first let him know that makes you feel uncomfortable.
Right, but Tom was just being Tom. And I really didn't want to,
It doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter, but I really didn't want to put Tom in a position where I didn't want his job to be in jeopardy. I wanted to keep my job. I didn't want to rock the boat. We kind of all talked about it, the colleagues and females. Tom was just being Tom. And the kicker is Tom's previous job, he was in law enforcement. I know, that was a twist to spin on that. But I never said anything or never did anything. But now I'm talking about it because now I'm more in the HR realm. Did it make me feel uncomfortable? Yes. He would call repeatedly, my hotel room, or ask, can you come down, can you meet me for dinner? No, but, So how many of you have ever encountered a situation where you felt uncomfortable? Or you didn't like what a person said or did? And you did nothing?
I think I've been working a long time,
Mhm.
and in my younger days, I was awfully naive. And I thought, I can't rock the boat.
Right.
Nothing came out of these things, but I allowed them to happen. I didn't report it because I knew this person had a lot more influence, brought more to the table than I did in my little job.
So now you're more mature, more seasoned is the word I like to use.
Yes, I am seasoned.
Okay. Would you do or say anything now?
Oh, I would. This doesn't present itself because I am so darn seasoned
Okay.
that these things don't happen anymore. But if I knew now, then what I know now, if I had the spunk then that I have now, I've
Watch out.
spoken up. Yeah.
Watch out.
Yes.
What is your role here at the organization as it relates to harassment and sexual harassment? Do you feel comfortable enough to go to your HR partner or your director if you have received or witnessed unwelcome advances or any form of harassment?
Yes.
You would feel comfortable? Just be honest, and if you don't feel comfortable, it's okay. This is why we're discussing it. You have to trust someone, and if that someone is you have to do something with the information. Because once it's put out there, you have to do something with it. Even if that person says, please, 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 please don't say anything. Well, your role now is to say something.
Also, you don't want to make someone who is newer, naive, going through to be exposed to the same thing. You want to save the other girls, the other guys,
Right.
because it can go both
It
ways.
can go both ways.
Yeah.
Right. And you have to let that person know, now I have to say something.